Welcome to Pimp My Keep, the Red Evony series that takes a deep dive into reviewing players' keeps. I am Akayasha, you can call me Aka. So, this is the second episode in the series, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Now, for anyone that is new to this, or for those that just want a refresher, here is the quick rundown. What we do here on Pimp My Keep is that we take a good look at the player's keep and everything in it. So that's troops, generals, gear, research, safe treasures, the whole lot. And then we take note of the good stuff and also the bad stuff. And then at the end, I give my opinions about all the stuff that we've seen in the keep. And the awesome part about this series is that I have the player there with me. And they can talk me through some of the things that we are seeing in their keep and also some of the decisions that they made that led to the current state of the keep. And in my opinion, that's really good. Now, hopefully, while you're going through this video, you might get some ideas of things to improve in your keep as well. And if that happens, then that's great. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and meet the player. All right, guys. So I have Soka here with me. Soka, how you doing?
Great. How you doing, Alka?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. So we are here with you on this episode of Pimp My Keep. So before we kick off, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what server are you on? How long have you been playing? All that kind of stuff.
I've been playing for 3 years. I'm on server A85.
Okay.
I started on 811, and we merged just about a little over a month or two ago.
Okay.
And we went from being the biggest alliance on 811 to being like the third alliance on this server.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really started to look at I had built up more defensively because we had bigs that I would just join their rallies, but now I'm the bigger keep in our alliance that goes to battlefield, and so
Okay.
I've had to kind of switch roles to be the rally leader, and my attacks really I don't think are very good, and I think I need some help in that area to improve the attack side a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be upgrading to K39 during the next resource event.
Mm.
And so hopefully that'll help because then I can also upgrade my military academy to get some better buffs there too.
Okay. All right. That all sounds good. So let me ask you, so far, what is the biggest issue that you've had with your keep?
I would have to say, getting my generals maxed out, being an effective rally leader, figuring out blazons. I think my blazons are really a mess, and I think that would be my top three.
Okay. All right. That's cool. And do you have any sort of goals that you're trying to achieve, like SVS, Shalons, All Stars, that kind of thing?
I don't have any specific goals beyond just continuing to progress. On the server and the continent we're on, I don't think it's realistic at this particular time to go for all stars. We're trying to merge with some other alliances, so maybe we could get a better chance in Battlefield. But we're kind of running with the big boys, and I'm not a big boy, so.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. That's all good. So we're about to start taking a look at your keep. Okay, so we'll see what kind of stuff you've got going on there.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. And I see your power there. You're about 4.3 billion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just a second. Let's look at the T14s. Okay. So you've got quite a few of them there. That's cool. And okay. So let's see the 13s. All right. 13s look okay. Right. Let's see the 12s. All right. A bit low on the T12 carve, on the T12 ground. It's how come? It's oh sorry, the T12 carve. That's carve, right? Yeah. It's
think
yeah, it's lower than the
recently
other ones. I was just
I had
wondering.
I got hit recently and I think they died and I just haven't retrained them.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. Can see the T11 calves showing about the same thing as well. Okay. All right. That's cool. Let's see.
Got hurt.
Yeah. Okay. So T10s are okay. Right. Let's go on. T9s. Okay. All right. That's cool. Let's look at some of the other ones. T8s. Okay. I'm curious. You've got what, 3 million T8 siege?
Too.
Okay.
I've
What
got
up,
yeah,
what up
all
with that?
tiers are I just early on was talking to someone and they said that siege was good for defense, so I just went whole hog and trained a bunch of siege.
Okay. Well, siege is good for defense, depending on the situation. Okay. You're about 4.3 billion. Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. T7 siege, pretty big there as well. Okay. T6 siege. All right.
Tell you the battlefield matchups we get now, one of my problems is people see this and they don't attack me, so I don't get any defensive points in battlefield.
All right. Well, that's actually not too bad. You don't want everyone attacking you, but yeah, it can be a bit boring when no one attacks you at all. So it's
Mhm.
okay. It's okay. Right.
Early on, when all the rage was T1, I did train 100 million of those, and then I stopped because I was like, "What am I doing?" Like,
Mhm.
um, that's why I have so many of those.
Okay. So all in all, I think your true players are okay. All right. I don't think anything too crazy about it going on there. I think they're fine. I would, we'd have to look a bit more at what else you have got going on in your keep, because with the amount of siege that you have, right, that might be, when you're facing bigger opponents, that might be like a point that they target you with. Okay, so we're gonna have a look, at all the other stuff and see, how well everything in your keep is blending together with that. Okay.
Good, good.
All right, so let's go to your generals now.
Oh, this is my main defense general,
Okay.
and I have had him forever, but I cannot get uh, the fragments
Mm-hmm.
to get him finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same situation as you. I use Jury as well, and I'm still waiting on fragments. So yeah. Okay, this is all good stuff. All good stuff. Let's look at the gear on the general. Okay.
So I got some choreo pieces on him,
Mm-hmm.
and this is as good as I've gotten for as far as his stats right now. I think one of my issues has just been like I'll run out of refined stones.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a big issue for everyone. Unless I mean, if you're not coining crazy, then yeah, everybody's like refined stones is one of those things that just runs out.
yeah, and then I did amplify this just because it was one of my better pieces, and then I ran out of that stuff. So
Okay. All right. So let's see some of the other pieces. So we looked at the helmet. Let's see the legs. Okay. All right. I see you have a lot of siege HP there. Okay. Let's.
Lucky on this one.
All right. Let's move on. Okay. 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 Siege attack. Ground attack. Okay.
I think on this one, I had done the refines before people told me to do flat, but these were pretty good buffs, so I didn't want to get rid of them. But I don't know if that's the right move or not.
Okay. All right. Let's see these
I got the
ones.
boot.
Okay.
I've not gotten the other pieces of choreo.
That's fine.
So I'm using this axe.
Okay.
I chose it because it had the siege machine attack and the in-ground
Mm.
or in-city defense. And then this is the Parthian piece.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's good. Let's see the dragon. Let's see the dragon. Okay. Right. All right. Haven't started on that third talent yet, have we?
It's just a matter of priorities, and it hasn't been a priority yet.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So who's your wall assistant?
My wall assistant is. Oh my gosh. My wall assistant is Leo the Third.
Okay. All right. It looks okay. That's fine. What kind of books do you have on him? Ground HP,
Ground
range
HP, ranged
HP,
HP,
siege
and
HP.
siege HP.
Okay. What about the books on your Dewey?
I don't even remember. It's been so long.
Okay.
Oh, ranged troop bonus,
Siege bonus.
siege
Okay.
machine, and
Mounted.
mounted troop HP.
Okay. All right. All fair enough. All fair enough. That's good. Okay. So I think your wall general is looking okay. So let's go to your other generals. Let's see your range general. Okay. So this is your range. All right. Almost complete safe gear on this one. We knew that your range general was done up pretty okay when I saw the buffs from the attack report. So I think this is okay. Let's see what you have here. Right. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Refines are done pretty well. Okay. Need to that march speed that is there. Need to do something about it later when you can. Mm-hmm. Okay. And yeah, that mounted defense as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me because I had forgotten about that.
You've got a mounted attack in this one as well. Okay.
I do. Was there anything you wanted me to look at? I mean, we didn't look at our books, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Range
just take a
troop.
quick look at the books. Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
I know. I think I've heard that this doesn't work, but it is what it is.
It's not that one that doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
So let's see the dragon.
For dragon.
Okay. All right. Now, ideally, on this dragon, okay, it's probably best for you to go with all ranged attack. Okay.
Attack. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's not bad. It's like, how do I say it? It's like you're at 70%, and if you put all of those at
Okay.
like as range attack, you'll be like in the like the 90% complete kind of range. So yeah, I mean, when you have the time, I would change this to all range attack if possible.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's look at the ground general. Okay, this one is looking good. All right. Okay, some Right. Okay. So this one refines still needs some work.
Yeah, or gathering speed. I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I got to get rid of that one.
yeah. I assume that you probably just kept that one there for the advanced refining. That would be my
Yeah.
assumption. But yeah. So let's see the rest of the gear. All right. Still fine. That ranged attack that is there. Again, I think that's probably, as a result of the advanced refining. I would really want to perfect that, when we get the chance. Oh yeah, this one definitely. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, this one. I think there's only one ground refine there.
Love to get her whatever I don't know how to pronounce it. The fur is the gone sword or whatever, but I've
Okay.
never had it.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm.
This is where things are going to get dicey, I think.
All
Um,
right. Well, before we go to the mounted, let's see your assistant for ground.
oh, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm. Okay. So Kaguya for ranged. All right. She's fine. Interesting choice with the siege range bonus there.
Know why I picked that. If I'm being honest, I don't remember. I
Mm,
think I had trouble with the skill books. I had trouble finding one that would work
mm. Yeah, it's
with
not it's not a
what I
bad
had on.
choice. It's not a bad choice. It's just depending on how your march is set up, that'll be important. Okay. Okay, so let's see Sushet.
I got lucky with it in the Napoleon event and got a couple copies of him, so I did give him a star. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I
Well, yeah, if you're using him as the assistant, the stars don't really help, but it's fine.
okay.
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 Mhm. Okay. All right, that's cool. So let's see your mounted general.
No laughing.
This is fine. There's nothing wrong with this.
he he is both my monster and my PvP.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, these refines look good. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. 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 I think this one is probably the one that has the best refines that we've seen so far. You only have the one refine on the chest piece that needs to be changed. But aside from that, I think it's okay, it wasn't the chest piece, sorry, it was the boots. Yeah, you've got that march speed
Yeah,
there.
March speed.
Yeah. So that's the only one that I've seen that needs to be changed. But all in all, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the dragon.
And I think someone was saying not to use the dragon. I think I saw a video, and
Yeah.
I can't watch it.
Yeah. I actually did a video on that. Okay. And it's basically, the dragon, sort of slows your growth. That's my argument, when you're using it on your boss general. Using it on a general that is purely for PvP is perfectly fine, and that's what you need to do. But if it's the main general that you're using for killing bosses, then okay,
I've just used him for both for
okay.
a long time.
All right. It's not bad. I
You go
would
all
have,
attack.
yeah, I would have preferred that mounted defense to be mounted attack. So that's something that maybe you could look at later. But all in all, it's good. It's not bad. Okay, that's cool. Dragon looks good. Who is your mounted assistant?
My mounted assistant is Zhao Zhao Yun.
Zhao Yun, yeah. Okay, he's good. I like him. Okay, why do you have ground troop book on there? Hmm.
I need to change this.
Okay.
When Pans when Pans first came out, I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to play around um with putting some things on here for him
Hmm.
for monster hunting.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be fixed.
Hmm. Just briefly, let me see your Martinez again.
I call him Martinez,
Oh, okay.
like
Okay.
martini.
Your Martinez. So ground defense, mounted defense, sorry. Mounted HP. Okay, march size. All right, that's good. So the only one that you don't have is the speed book. Okay. All right, fair enough.
I have gotten some other generals, and I think you said in some of your videos, there's been a ton of mounted generals
Yeah.
that have come out.
Yeah.
I didn't know if one, but for right now, I put him as a commander.
Okay.
I didn't know if it'd be better to swap him out or if I'm not really sure. Overwhelmed with the number of generals.
Well, the main thing is if you can ascend the general, that's gonna if you can get enough fragments
Hmm.
to ascend the general, that's gonna be the main thing. If you can, then yeah, there are a number of generals that would be actually better than Martinez. So yeah, that would be an option. Um, for example, I use Hannibal as my PvP general, and if I get a general that I can ascend decently enough, I'm hoping for Marco Polo. I'll probably switch him, and he would become my main cav general. So I see you've got Napoleon there.
Also have, hmm and I gave all of like the Rurik because he's kind of my backup monster dude.
Hmm. Okay. All right. This is interesting. Okay. So basically, what you could do in this situation is you could make this guy your main general for killing bosses, right? And instead of that, instead of the dragon, you could put this bird of hurricane on him for double drops. Okay. So, and then
What what would you do with the pink dragon?
what I actually do with mine right now until I get more dragons, I'm using it for siege. Okay. So I know it's not a siege dragon, but to be honest, this dragon is a bit annoying because, finding where to put it is a bit of a problem. But yeah, I would. Do you have the other one, Jazar? Okay. All right. So yeah, this one is a bit annoying, but yeah, I use this for siege. There's nothing wrong with using the dragon on your mounted general, but we're talking about maximizing double drops. If that's a priority for you, then I think that's a way that you can go. If not, you can keep it like that. So.
Still have that on my very first general, basically.
Mm. So that's fine. That's fine. Do you have a siege general?
Do
Okay.
he is definitely needs a lot of work, I think.
Well, I think it's okay. Some of the refines need to be adjusted, but that's okay. This one needs a lot of adjustment. Okay. Yeah, that's there. Okay.
And then I've got range troop, march size, and march speed.
Mm, okay. And who are you using as the assistant?
I am using Gunther.
Gunther. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So far, your PvP generals that we've looked at, they're fairly okay. I haven't seen anything that made me want to scream or pull my hair out or anything like that. So
Well,
yeah.
that's good to know.
So yeah, they're generally okay, right? Some room for improvement, but all in all, not bad.
So as far as refines, who would you do Electra's refines first? As far as on the um on the gear?
Okay, on the gear, if I had to pick, I would probably do your wall general. Then I would do your ground general before I do Electra.
Okay.
Okay. Then after Electra, I would do your siege general. So if it were me, that's the order in which I prioritize them. So let's have a quick look at your duty generals.
Mean Ashoka, Yuli, I don't know how you say his name.
Mm.
Yudiok.
Yulji, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Can we actually go into your general list and take a look at them there?
Here we are.
Right. Okay. Okay. What skill books do you have there on them? Okay. All right. So these
In
are
this, I haven't done anything.
yeah, these are regular skill books. They won't help much, but because the generals don't need skill books. They have the special ones just for duty generals. So I just wanted to check if those were if you had any of those.
Um, mean like these kind?
Yeah, these are the debuff skill books. Okay, so these are fine.
Have a lot of these.
Okay.
Four.
I actually advise people not to get these because of the randomness. But since you have them already, then would be good if we could see, if there was a way for you to use them.
Yeah. I'd love to know.
Mm. Okay. All right. Okay.
I don't
Well,
think I've been told these don't work, but
yeah, they don't work. Don't work. And you have the spirit beast on this one.
oh, I do, don't I?
Yeah.
I've been on there for 2.5 years.
There's
Didn't even
something.
remember.
Yeah, there are some things in your keep that you just do and you completely forget that you did them. So it happens.
Mhm.
Okay.
What would you use that spirit beast on?
This spirit beast, if you had like a secondary range general, would probably use him there. But otherwise, I would just keep him for when I have a general that I want to use, and that general requires a spirit beast.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's really not much. Once you have the dragon and it's only one range combination that you're using, you don't really need it for anything. Okay. This one is fine. All right. And I see that so far all your duty generals are super, which is good. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. This is fine. All right. This is fine. Okay. I'm
For,
actually
as far as
Yeah, I'm actually curious as to why you're using Ashoka as opposed to Menchikov, because you've got both of them.
um, I don't know. I don't have any, like, specific reasons why.
Okay. Do you have do you have more copies of Menchikov?
I think so, no.
Okay.
I don't of him either, so
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, he's been on there again for a really long time.
Hmm.
I don't know if it was because of what he gave was better than Menshikov for what I had at the time.
Okay. The
Um,
thing is, yeah, Menchikov will only give you the construction buff as his main skill. The difference between the two of them is that Menchikov is available in the tavern. So you could go into the tavern, get more copies of Menshikov, and ascend him so that you get the other buffs. Ashoka, on the other hand, is
I did, No, I didn't know he was in the tavern. Okay.
Yeah, he's in the tavern. So Ashoka, on the other
Okay.
hand, is a premium general, which, right now you can only get from coining. So he's difficult to ascend.
Mhm.
Overall, Ashoka is the better general, but because he's difficult to get, at the end of the day, you will probably end up getting more buffs with a fully ascended Menshikov.
Put on my to-do list to get copies of Menshikov.
Okay. So let's see. Okay, so you have, okay, that guy is the bunker, and is that Clovis? The one on the left. Oh, Steven. Okay. And he's research factory. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool. So it's good that you have these ones.
Got lucky. Got a couple good ones.
Okay. All right. Your duty generals are generally fine. Okay. I noticed that you haven't done much ascension on them yet.
No, I really haven't. I a little while ago I worked on getting them all to the super,
Mm-hmm.
but beyond that I haven't
Okay.
focused on them at all as
Okay.
far as, you know.
All right. That's cool. Let's see your sub generals. Okay, Harold. Right. Uh, okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Okay.
I do think I have a spirit beast on most of them.
That's
We've
good.
got
Yeah, that's good. That's where they should be.
a
Okay.
lot of Andrew Jacksons.
Yep. That's okay. Kojo is good as well. Okay.
Another one.
David. Okay. Mark Anthony. Okay. How come you have the bow on him?
I have the bow on him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just made Achaemenid gear to get the
Okay.
uh, what would you recommend instead?
Ideally, either the axe or the spear.
Okay.
Hmm. And I also noticed that the boots that you have on him. Mhm. Okay. I think this one you just took from maybe your range general or someone and just, slapped him on there, which is fine, but you get,
I'm gonna say yeah. A lot of my generals got hand me down gear.
okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Yes, for example, like this now, you've got the spear and you've got the courageous Achaemenid boots, which is what I would recommend. Okay. All right. And this one you've got the axe, that's fine. Okay. Okay, this is good. How many subs do you have, by the way?
I have. I think is it 10? Yeah, 10.
10 subs. Okay.
And I lost my rank. I lost my rank, so we're
Yeah.
stuck with what we got.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of the things that happens when you merge. How close are you to moving back up?
Um, I think I'd have to spend to do it.
Okay, there you are, you're 22.
22nd place.
Okay, how many points do you have there? Is that 24 million?
Yes.
Okay, and then
And
let's,
then if you go to, it's like 10 million more.
so that's what, 31 million. Okay,
Hmm.
it's doable. It's doable. So let's go back to your sub generals. Okay. So we've seen all the generals that you have going on there? Okay. All right. Let's see those your Arminiuses. Okay, I don't think we saw those.
Being used as officers.
Yeah.
They're being used as officers.
Right. I see. I see. And I noticed that you've done a little bit of ascension on some of the generals.
Harold.
Hmm.
They had a debuff. Not does that apply to
Yeah, those would apply.
him?
That's fine. Yeah, I see. I see some of them that you did. You've done 1 star, so that's okay. By the way, you have your subs linked, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Just wanted to check to make sure, because I've noticed some people don't have them linked, and you should always have them linked. When you get to when you get to this size, your sub should always be linked.
Nope.
Okay.
You next, Taka.
Okay. So we are sub generals. That's fine. Right. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff in your keep. Let's go through quickly. Let's have a look at your military academy. What level is it, by the way?
It is, I think, 3.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
you have
3.
MA3. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's, have a quick look at how far you've gone on this. All right. So you've done a fair amount. That's okay.
Go any further beyond that
Okay.
with this. I need
Mhm.
to have MA4
Okay.
go forward. That's also done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the siege, just quickly breeze through it. Okay.
Oh, training troops. I skipped it because I didn't want to waste the scrolls on training capacity.
That's fine. That's fine. It's not a priority for most people. So a lot of people don't do it. I haven't done most of it. So okay. So let's just
I
take it.
can't do these yet.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So let's just take a quick look at your your main academy.
All this stuff is done.
Okay.
Um, and has been done for a real long time.
Okay.
And I think everything I've stopped where I can't go any further until K39
Fair
here.
enough.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Let's take a quick look at your Senate. Okay. So Senate, you have these here, and you've done a bit of ascension on them. Okay. All right. Let's okay, how far have you gone on these? 10, 9, 19. Okay. 6. All right.
Really focused on in city. Like I said, I was kind of going for heavy defense.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see the promotion part. Okay, so you have done some of this. All right.
I'm stuck on this one. No. Yeah, because this is the level.
Hmm.
There's one I'm stuck on because there's this one I've had bad luck on that I would get the points, but we wouldn't win the server war.
Right, right, right.
And
Okay.
then on this one, I've had horrible luck. I've been this way for I want to say a month or more, and just
Hmm.
have not had the opportunity
Okay.
to unlock that. So that's been very frustrating. So
Hmm.
definitely something I'm working on actively to unlock that.
Okay. All right. Senate is fine. I think that's okay. Let's take a look at your Spirit Beast seals. Okay. Can just skip
It's
through.
the easiest way to look.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Hmm. Okay.
You would recommend on these
What would I recommend that you do?
prioritize one or the other over the other, or
Okay. Well, this really comes down to like your preference and where you are. Depending on the stage and how far along that you've gone and what your buffs are and all those kind of things. I personally, I like the Spirit Beast Haiti, the wolf. Okay.
Mhm.
I think this is a very good Spirit Beast, and I like the buffs that it gives. I think it's, for someone your size, it's got in city ground buffs, it's got in city siege HP, It's also got some marching buffs as well. I think, in my opinion, this is probably like the best spirit beast, I would argue.
I'll work on him. I'll focus on him a little more.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's take a quick look at your inventory. Okay. Have you started working on that one?
Have I've been doing the guerrilla tactics since my ground game is pretty bad. My
Okay.
ground attack is pretty bad.
Okay.
We're looking for in particular.
Just trying to see like what kind of stuff you have in there. So when you want to actually do work on some things that you can actually do that. Okay.
The answer, Aka, is probably not. I have a bad habit of spending on, or using up all the things all at once when it's an event.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
this is
I
all
have
the
seen
tactic
it.
strolls I
Yeah,
have.
I have seen a few things that you've still got in there. So there's stuff that you could still do. Okay.
Then the gem situation is getting dire.
This is not dire. This is fine. This is fine. I mean, you're not gonna be spending like 100 mil in the auction or anything like that, but that's still fine.
Right. It just limits how much, refining and stuff I can do because I've got to
Mhm.
wait until I get the gems and the refined stones. I don't
Okay.
know how many. I don't have. We just had the refined event, so I don't have a ton
Okay.
of
Do you
refined
have?
stones
Do
either.
you get that? Do you do that palace event, the refining one?
I'm not sure I know which one that is. I do
Uh,
the one that is in the event center.
yeah, it's usually
Not the event center, but
yeah, it's not on right now, but it's the one that you pay for the thing and then it gives you some bonuses for refining.
Oh, yes, I have done that in the past. Yes.
Okay.
I definitely will get the free one every day.
Mm.
And I have in the past spent to get it's like you get lucky rolls or something. Like a
The gold
guaranteed
one.
gold roll. Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I usually recommend that if you are going to spend on that. That's something that would,
Yeah,
significantly help you with
that's
refining.
very good advice.
Mm.
Save a lot of gems for sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Soka, we've taken a look at your keep. And yeah, you ready for the verdict?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I think so.
You sure? You sure you're ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Give it
Okay.
to me straight.
All right. All right. All right. All right. So, broadly speaking, your keep is okay. All right. I think you have a lot of the stuff that you need to do. I think you've done a lot of that stuff. Okay. You've done as much as you can for the research at 38 now. I know you're pushing 39. So for the level that you're at, you've done okay. There are a few things that I think, some areas that you need improvement on. So you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay. I was just
I
checking, just wanted to make sure you haven't passed out or anything from the tension.
have not passed out. I didn't hang up on you, I
Okay.
promise.
All right. All right. That's good. Okay. So, first point I want to touch on is regarding your troops. I
Okay.
think that the distribution of your troops I think is okay. I do think that you're a bit top heavy. So, your T14s to T12, I think those are the most that you have for each of your layers, so it making you a bit top heavy, right? And
Would
I
you get rid of some of these?
no need to get rid of them. It is what it is. You adjust your game for that. The siege that you have is, it's a lot. And my worry is that, okay,
For the opponents that you're meeting in Battlefield now, I think that's fine. But if you start playing, I don't know how much you play SVS, but if you start playing SVS and you're coming up against bigger players, they will target your siege. There's a lot of them there, and most of these players have insane siege buffs. So yeah, they would target your siege. I can almost guarantee that 100%. So,
Do you
uh,
not play
hmm?
SVS at all now because of that? Not just because of the siege, but
No.
because of the big players.
Well, unfortunately, the thing is that big players are always going to be there. They're always going to be there, so there's
Mhm.
really not much that you can do about it. But I noticed that you've got quite a few of the battle tested, the flexible specialty. So you have played quite a bit of SVS already, haven't you?
Mhm. Back on our old server, I played all the time.
Okay.
But when we got merged, I think I told you before when we've chatted before that we were ranked in the 800s,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're in the top 50
Mm-hmm.
in SBS ranking.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. That's just too much of a change for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been bubbling for SBS.
Okay.
Um, I would like to play, but I don't want to be that guy that
Mm-hmm.
loses, all the points for us. So
Okay.
I
That's
would like to
fine.
get to the point where I can play again.
Okay. That's fine. So yeah, that's the thing with the siege. Then we're gonna come back to the troops again, but I want to talk about your world general. I think that the refines on your world general will still need quite a bit of work. Not that the refines in them, not that the refines themselves are bad, but you need more focused refines. Because looking at your world general, it's not really clear what you're refining for. Are you refining for siege? Are you refining for T1 trap? Are you refining for ground? Because the refines are kind of scattered. So you need to streamline that a bit, get it a bit more focused on what exactly you want to do. Now, if you're gonna go with
Question.
siege, sorry, you were saying?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Hmm.
When I've been refining, I just keep the highest right now, but I would to know what I should like. You should it be siege defense? If
Okay.
that's what I have so much siege, maybe that's what I should focus on.
Okay. You can do that. All right. You can do that if you want to. But if you're going to focus on siege, you need to know the merits and the demerits of that. If you're going to focus on siege, then you need more siege. Okay?
Okay.
That's basically what's going to happen. If you are going to focus on being a siege defense, then you're going to have to get more power. So you're going to have to get bigger. You're going to have to get more siege, and you're also going to have to increase your siege debuffs as well. So we'll need to do
So
like
probably not good.
yeah. So we'll need to do a complete rearrangement of the siege, the sub generals that you have right now. Okay. If you are not doing that, then and you want to focus on just generally building a defensive keep, then you'd probably want to look at flat refines either for ground or for mounted. Okay.
Flat for ground or mounted.
Yes. All right. So
Yes.
so you're doing that to strengthen, like your lower tiers and things like that. Because because your troops are top heavy, okay, that might put like the top layers at a disadvantage, but the lower layers will benefit from the flat refines. And then also, when you're doing the refining, you'll be exchanging some of the siege refines that you have for either ground or mounted. So those troops will end up getting more buffs. So that's one way you can go. Then if you're going to go that way, you'll need to increase your lower tier troops. Because we said earlier that you're top heavy, so you need to balance it down with more lower tier troops. So we're looking at your T1s, your T2s, your T3s. Okay.
And I'm taking notes.
Okay.
Increase lower level tiers, and like, should I do since I've done 3 million of the siege? Should I just balance it out with that?
Personally, I would say siege is fine. No need to do any more siege. Okay. I would personally say that.
I'm saying, should I? Right. I was asking how many. Like, should I do 3 million to
Okay.
match the amount of siege?
All right. So for your T1s, okay, the first thing you want to decide is what are you going to go with? Are you going to go with ground? Are you going to go with mounted? Or are you going to do a mix? Okay. I will, for reference, most people do mounted. Okay. Some people do ground works, and crazy people like me do mixed. Okay. So that's the first thing that you need to do. You need to pick which one that you want to do. Then I would recommend you increase your T1, T2, and T3. For your T1, to start you off, I would say get something like at least 150 million. Okay? So you're about 100 million. You'd want to bump that up to about 150. Okay? Then your T2, probably look to get it to about 50 million. Then your T3, round about 30 million. Okay? So that would form like a good starting base for you. Is that okay?
Can we just look at my troops again real quick?
Okay.
If I understand. So, I already have 100 mounted.
Yeah.
You're saying to make that 150 million,
Yeah.
and then for these to go for the T2, you said 50 million?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then for the T3, 30 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that will
And then
that will
just
give you like a good foundation, like a good base. Okay. If you want to increase it beyond that, of course you can. So that's fine. But as a starting point, that'll be okay.
good.
Yeah. So adjusting the refines on your wall general, that will be very important. Okay. And then after you've done the refines on the wall general, then you do the troops. Don't do the troops before the wall general.
Makes sense. Yep.
Okay. All right. That's good. Now, the second place that you could have a lot of improvement is with your subsidies. So we'll start off with the main issue, with the main thing. I won't really call it an issue, but the main thing there is that you still have most of the gear on your subsidy generals as Achaemenid gear.
To upgrade that.
Yep. So if you go to your sub generals, let's look at one. Right. So yes, you would want to upgrade these gears to Parthian gear. Okay?
Upgrade to Parthian. Yep.
Yeah. And I didn't notice if you had a lot of the certificates that you need to upgrade. So that's something I would check just to make sure. Otherwise, it's something that you're going to need to put in your plans to make sure that you get some of those stuff. Okay, so yeah, you've got quite a few. So you can start doing them, right away. Okay?
Mhm.
So upgrading that, then this is not necessary, but it's something that I would ask you to think about. Probably start looking at switching up some of the generals that you have there. Okay? So you've got
Yeah.
so you've got Harold and you've got David. David Farragut, I think his name is. I would eventually switch those out. I would like to switch those out.
So don't use Harold or David.
It's not that they're bad, it's just that you have better options. So if you scroll down, okay, if you scroll down for your subsidies, I can see you have Jan Carroll. Okay, Jan Carroll is a good subsidy general and he's good for siege. Okay, you have Nero. Nero is also good for siege and just a general thing. So you already have some options that you could switch them out with. Nero, you would have to fully ascend him, but fortunately, he's in the tavern, so he's not a difficult general to ascend. The issue with him would just be Blood of Ares. So, yeah, I would keep that in mind. So, in future, you'd probably swap them out.
Switch out Harold
And
and
David.
the other one, Farragut.
Yeah. Once you start increasing, your debuffs and things like that, then you probably also want to switch out Margaret as well.
So, switch out Margaret with who would you? Do I have anybody to switch her out with?
I'm not seeing anyone here, but you could always, depending on the kind of people that you're facing, you could always slap in another Andrew Jackson. Okay. Slapping another Andrew Jackson, maybe slapping another Nero if you could ascend them. Those are things that would increase your siege debuffs and would help you out quite a bit, I think. So yeah, there are a number of people you could replace them with. But you have to get to a point where you're fully aware of what your max debuffs are. So I think would need to confirm that first. What are your max debuffs? And then we know where to start working with. But upgrading to Parthian, I think that's a most definite. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Then the next thing that I want us to touch on briefly is one, like your priority order for generals. Okay. So I see like you've done quite a bit of ascension on your main PvP generals, which is good. And then I noticed that, you're doing some ascension here and there, you're doing some in the Senate, you're doing some in the sub-cities, things like that. I would recommend that you first focus on your duty generals. Okay? I would
Focus on duty generals. Okay.
Yes, I would recommend that you focus like your ascension on your duty generals. So if you want to ascend generals, I would say focus 80% at least on your duty generals. Then
Good.
then after doing your duty generals, then you want to focus on your sub generals. Okay? Before you go to the Senate.
Up and then Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now, the last thing, okay, it's not a major thing, but it's something that, I would like you to look at. Those debuff skill books that you had, I would suggest looking to put them on your sub generals. Okay?
Give some people that I'm going to keep. I guess I'd be. It's best that I'm keeping them.
Yes.
So I probably
Exactly.
shouldn't put it on Harold.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, so that's something that you can hold off for now. I just wanted to let you know that, don't want them to go to waste. So the best option would be to
Right.
put them on the sub general. And unfortunately, because you don't have a lot of them, you will literally just be putting one book and you won't care which one it replaces. The important thing is that the debuff skill book is on the general. So yeah.
Will do.
Okay. All right. So I think those are the main things that we need to cover. And like I said, generally speaking, your keep is fine. No, no major craziness in there, which is good. Okay. So yeah, I think you've done a good job so far, and you're setting yourself up nicely. So I think that's good.
Oh, Blazons.
Okay. All right. So let's see what you have here. Okay.
Horrible luck is what I have.
Yeah, well, that's it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. Blazons can be annoyingly difficult to deal with. So I think that's fine. Okay, you know what? Let me give you some tips for you to follow with Blazons. Okay. The main thing that you want to do is have the set correct. Okay. So for someone your size, I would recommend you having most of your blazons as defensive blazons. All right. You have the set for defense, you have the set for attack. I would recommend that you go with the defending sets. Okay, so do that for your ground, your ranged, and your siege.
See here that I
Yeah.
went attacking on ranged.
So yeah, I personally would switch that to defending.
Really?
Okay. So that's fine. You can, I mean, you can just take notes. You can do it later. So your ground, your range, and your siege, I would recommend that. For your mounted, you only have two options. So you have the one for monsters and you have the attacking one. So you will need both. Okay.
You get a bad roll on like this. Do you like start over again or
Yeah,
what do
you
you
have to.
do?
You have to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to change it, what you do is you find the blazon that has, the attributes that you want. Then you replace it with this one. Okay. You take the lock off this one, and then you feed it to the new blazon that you put on there. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what
Okay.
you do. Alternatively, if you have a lot of blazons, right? What you could do is upgrade that one first before you feed this old one. So you'll be able to see, like, okay, what buffs do you get, and is it something you actually want to keep?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I think if you follow those rules and you're picking buffs that you want, so nothing reinforcing, nothing with training capacity,
Mhm.
that nothing with load, okay? Then you pick good blazons that have the attributes that you want, whether they're vanilla stats or they're defending stats, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, you'll be fine.
I don't have a lot of blaze on. So it makes me sad that I'm gonna have to start over that other one, but I guess that's what we have to do.
That's the name of the game. There are some that I have that I've just accepted like that. Okay. And there are some that I
Mhm.
absolutely, wanted to change. So it took a while, but I eventually was able to change a couple of them.
Well, that's gonna be a list of things to do, but you've given me, I mean, just first of all, thank you so much. This has been amazing to get this advice, and I've taken notes, and I will let you know how it goes.
Okay. That's great. Great stuff. Great stuff. Thank you very much, Shoka, for being on. Really appreciate it. And I hope
Yeah, thank you.
I hope the stuff that we went through is helpful, and it helps you, develop to the next level. And you can start sticking it to some of those big guys that are disturbing you on your server.
There you go. All right, thank you so much.
All right. All right.